Yo, what's going on YouTube? And welcome back to Goal Line Hockey. It's your boy Kevin Forte, and we're taking a look today at the second round Scotia North Division matchup between the Winnipeg Jets and the Montreal Canadiens. We'll be taking a look at that series in this video. If you guys like what we're doing here at Goal Line Hockey, want to see the latest news around the NHL and more videos just like this one, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and an even bigger subscribe down below. And let's take a look at this matchup between the Winnipeg Jets and the Montreal Canadiens. So, guys, this is a great matchup between two really solid teams. And, the funny thing is, you look at how things went in this series for a certain team in particular, but you got to give credit where it's due for a team like the Habs. I mean, the Habs were down 3-1 in their series to the Leafs, came back and won that series in 7 games. For the Winnipeg Jets, they took care of business pretty early on. They swept the Edmonton Oilers, one of the 2 sweeps we saw in this year's playoffs. And the Winnipeg Jets held their own. I mean, this is a team I doubted going into the playoffs. Thought they would struggle. They were struggling down the stretch of the regular season, but they turned into a different monster as we went into the postseason. So now we got to look at some of the key storylines. So one of the big storylines is, will the Winnipeg Jets scoring be too much for the Habs? Now, the Habs did show as this series went on against the Leafs that they can score goals. But the question is, are they going to be able to stop Connor Hellebuyck, who has been in between the pipes? He has the best goals against average and the best save percentage out of any goaltender in the NHL. A 1.60 goals against average and a 950 save percentage. So that is going to be a very interesting stat to keep an eye on throughout this postseason. Carey Price has had pretty solid numbers, especially in those last couple games against the Leafs. So maybe a little bit deceptive with how the series started. But he has a 2.24 goals against average and a 932 save percentage. Now, you got to look at the big boys here for the Winnipeg Jets and the Montreal Canadiens, as it's pretty much scoring by committee. I mean, we don't see any big name players through the first 20 guys between the Winnipeg Jets and the Montreal Canadiens. It's very it's depth scoring. That's really what it comes down to. And we've seen a lot of scoring from guys like Blake Wheeler, Kyle Connor on this side. And then we've started to see the emergence of guys like Jesperi Kotkaniemi and Nick Suzuki, and even guys like Corey Perry, Tyler Toffoli getting goals for the Montreal Canadiens. So we're in store for a very interesting series as both these teams play pretty similar hockey. The Montreal Canadiens were able to, redevelop the trap against the Leafs. Will they use that same style of play here against the Winnipeg Jets? It's going to be interesting. And you're looking at 2 very big teams overall. I think it's going to be a very good, the question is, are the Winnipeg Jets going to be able to just open this thing up? Because the trap that the Montreal Canadiens have set, their goal is to keep low-scoring games, and we're going to win these games 2-1, 3-1, like they've done against the Leafs. And just find a way to just get enough, and Carey Price gives up 1, maybe 2 goals max. We just need to score more than that. And that's really what it's going to come down to in this series. The Habs power play really struggled in the first half of that series, but they actually came back to life a little bit, and they scored when it mattered. They have the best penalty kill percentage in the entire playoffs so far at 87%. So that's another thing that the Winnipeg Jets are going to have to deal with as this series moves along. So give some credit there to the Habs, who really turned things around. They really struggled in the first part of that series. And now they have a big test in the Winnipeg Jets. I think both these teams are really solid. We are in store for a really good matchup here. And let's take a look at the head-to-head matchup, because that's something that will matter as we get further in. You want to look, we've got 0-2, 0-3, 1-3, 2-3, 2-4. 2-5, 2-6. Whew, yeah. 3-6. Yeah, so not too good for the Habs. The Habs are 3-6 against the Winnipeg Jets this season. Pretty bad numbers in that category. So the head-to-head matchup you got to give to the Winnipeg Jets. And who do I have winning this series? I have the Winnipeg Jets winning this series. I love what the Montreal Canadiens did in this first round, and I'm quite afraid of them. But what we've seen from the Jets, what they did in that first round matchup against Edmonton with Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl, the Jets are well rested. They have good goaltending. They have guys that can score goals. The question is, will the trap work for the Habs? I'm not completely sold on that. I think the Winnipeg Jets will open up this game a little bit. They'll start to dominant play, and maybe the Habs will get off that a little bit, and the speed and the skill will outmatch the Montreal Canadiens. I have the Jets winning this one in 7 games. So guys, that is it for this video. If you guys like what we're doing here at Goal Line Hockey and want to see the latest news around the NHL and more videos just like this one, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and an even bigger subscribe down below. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys next time.